What's interesting, Ezra, is this hasn't been really discussed all that much, even though it's a hidden in plain sight story. And I think people would be surprised to hear that over 500 kilometers away, this is where Roxton Road is, somehow there are people crossing there in a completely different province, and yet many of them are winding up in Toronto. And in just the past 4-week period, they've already had about 400 people enter the shelter system in Toronto. They're estimating that by about November, the shelter system is going to be made up of about 55% of asylum seekers, of illegal border crossers. And that's not including perhaps previous government-sponsored refugees may be in the shelter system a little bit. And of course, dealing with the homeless population in Toronto. And last winter, there's a bit of a crisis where they said they don't have the space to house people who are already there. So the city said, what are we going to do? Well, we've got all these students who have just left their dorms. We're going to take 800 beds and we're going to commandeer them, turn them into refugee centers. What happens though when school starts again in September? Well, they've said then we're probably going to have to commandeer community centers. Now, Ezra, I asked the city, I said, can you tell me how that will affect programming? Because I know all the community centers in my area where my children play, and there's not just massive rooms that aren't being used. There's usually the gym, and then there's a place for older people to do Tai Chi and play cards and so forth. And then that's kind of it. So are you shutting down the gym so little Johnny doesn't get to play basketball? It looks like that's what will happen in September.
That's an excerpt from my daily TV show, The Ezra Levant Show. Normally it's behind a paywall, but I thought you'd like this video, so we put it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to watch the daily show every day, including always 2 interviews a day, and I read my hate mail, just click on this screen and become a premium member.